All right, y'all. This is Big Rich. We are live today, and we're gonna get into it today. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? That's Real Boxing Facts. You know what I'm saying? And also, if you haven't done it yet, you know what I'm saying? Go on our Twitter page. We got a new Twitter page, y'all. Y'all can easily get on there. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. It's Real Boxing Facts, and it's number 2. Oh, and that's on Twitter. Give a shout out to people that's been logged in, that they came in already. Um, but today we're going to talk about um, since the 135 division is so loaded with all these superstars. You know, we got superstars in there. You know what I mean? My thing is that do we need another Super Six? You know what I'm saying? And try to get that cracking. And if that's something that we need to do, you know what I'm saying? I think it's about time to actually just do it. Let me go over here real quick. Let me see about my everybody that's on my Twitter. Trying to get that Twitter up and cracking. Let me see. While we on standby, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit, for a few seconds. Plus, we letting people roll in here too, so I ain't gotta say all this twice. You know what I'm saying? But we on Twitter right now, trying to get Twitter cracking. You know what I'm saying? I think Twitter is not online, but we about to figure it out. And at this time, y'all, at this time, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and share this thing on your page. You know what I'm saying? Share all this on your page. I'm trying to get the Twitter up, and it's trying to connect, but let me see. Let me see over here on Twitter land. Everybody that's on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Shit. This other device I have is not letting me get to Twitter, but you know what? I repost on Twitter, so ain't no big deal. But we're gonna get up in here and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, we have Lomachenko. Lomachenko needs a fight. You know what I mean? Even though he's been exposed, there's still not a reason to just write Lomachenko completely off. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't deserve to be written completely off. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a star. He got over 300 Emmys. You know what I'm saying? His pro record is not all that. You know what I'm saying? He got 14 fights only. You know what I mean? He don't have the fights like 29 fights and 30 fights and even 20 fights. Garcia and the Haney's and definitely the Terrence Crawfords. You know, his record's not as deep as theirs. You know what I'm saying? But he still, you know what I'm saying, deserved to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And he deserved, to be in that Super Six. If we can get a Super Six cracking, you know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to Baller Boss 100. You know what I'm saying? But if we able to get this Super Six up and cracking, y'all, you know what I'm saying? We have got to get Lomachenko in there. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko deserves to be in that tournament. You know what I'm saying? At 135. Even though I know Lomachenko's been trying to go down and go back to 130 or whatever. But if you want to be a part of greatness, Lomo, you're going to have to, get in here with the big boys. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a fact. You can't, even though Lopez kind of exposed you, you know what I'm saying? But and the media kind of had you hyped up, that's okay. It doesn't take away your ability. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as filling seats, you was never good at that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Filling a lot of seats, pay-per-views and all that. You're not really a pay-per-view star because you wasn't built like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. Like I say, all that's okay. Just as long as we can get you in here and get your talents and get you, you know what I'm saying, in a way where, you know what I'm saying, it's going to make more sense for you to be in a tournament where you could be fighting the greats so that your record will reflect that in the future. You know what I mean? And that's all we need. We need people like you know what I'm saying, in our tournament, you know what I'm saying, because we want the best. If we're going to do a Super Six, we got to have the 6 baddest motherfuckers on the planet. You know what I mean? People like Tank, Tank is a good example. Tank definitely needs to be in this tournament, and because without Tank, everybody going to be like, oh, well, y'all didn't have Tank. That's what they're going to say. You know what I'm saying? And there's no reason why, we should even be tripping like that. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is that, we need to have fighters like Lomachenko. And I know his ego's, been messed up, and, he don't really speak good English. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why he was the biggest star, but he was kind of like the biggest star, on Showtime's mind or HBO's mind or Top Rank's mind. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like they were just like, this is our guy. You know what I mean? And then they gave him a franchise belt. The WBC gave him a franchise belt. And then it became a situation where it's like, here it is. You just gave this guy a belt. Not that he didn't deserve it, but you gave him a franchise belt, and he ain't really fought all the top people. Then when you finally fight somebody that's a top motherfucker, like Teofimo Lopez, then you get exposed. Well, that happens in boxing, man. That's the beauty of boxing. Boxing will expose you. And if you have anything that's phony about you in boxing, it will be exposed. I don't care what you say. You know what I mean? That's the reason why when we say Floyd Mayweather is TBE, the reason why we say that is because we look at his pedigree. He's been fighting since he was 2. You know what I'm saying? And we know that he's been through hell and back. And if you know that his pedigree, comes a lot from that dog pound at the TMT gym, you know what it is. If you ever been there. If you ain't never been there, then, it is what it is. Now, we know Devin grew up in there. So when people say, well, Devin and Garcia, they both are just like, nah, kind of. They both good fighters. We know that. And Ryan showed that he had grit and heart when he got knocked down the other day and he got back up. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I mean? Let me get one guy saying, he said Lomo has the best footwork in boxing. Yes, I do agree. I do. His footwork is off the chain. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you want to talk about his footwork. Floyd has some good footwork too, but y'all call him boring. So you can't be a hypocrite when it comes down to that. And then I look at what Lomo said about Floyd. So y'all missing these interviews. Y'all can go on YouTube and look at it for what it said. Lomo himself, they asked him, they said, could you ever beat a Floyd Mayweather? He says, I'd have to study. I would have to study. And then he came out and just said, you know what? Nobody beats Floyd Mayweather. Nobody beats Floyd Mayweather. That's for a reason. That's a boxer. That's a real boxer telling you the truth. Not no commentator, not no Max Kellerman, not none of them guys, Larry Merchant and all them guys. This is people that know that box. That's telling you, like me, I used to box. So when I look at Floyd Mayweather and I look at his pedigree and I look at the shit that he do in that gym, first thing I say is, you know what? Them guys ain't doing that. I mean, them guys ain't, even the ones at the top motherfuckers ain't in that gym doing the shit that Floyd do. And he fought. So do I think we need a Super 6? Hell yeah. It's time to get all these boxers on deck. You know what I'm saying? So that we can find out who is the best in this era. We need to know that. You know what I mean? And y'all need to be demanding it, really. To be perfectly honest with y'all need to be demanding these fights. You know what I mean? I don't care how you look at it, and I don't care what you say about it. These fights need to be demanded. And when we get into it, honestly, I wish we can get Bud in there. I know Bud used to fight at 135. He's too big now. You know what I mean? But I wish we can get Bud in there. I wish we can get a lot of fighters in there. I know we're gonna be able to get Tank, and I know we'll be able to get Tank, and we'll be able to get a Lopez for the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Because Lopez is actually big. He's kind of big. He's a big 135 pounder. Y'all do know that, right? That's why he's so ready to go up to 140. He's so ready to go up to but you know what? The bottom line is that when you start talking about these weight classes, if you're the best, it don't matter. You could be at 130, 135, 140. You know what I'm saying? You could be at 147. You could be all the way up to 152. And if you do what Floyd did, that show you a great champion. It ain't nothing to do with the weight class. You know what I mean? It got to do with your pedigree and if you're a true champion. Because a true champion gonna bounce back regardless. We do have an up and coming guy, you know what I'm saying, like a Shakir Stevenson. And Shakir Stevenson, he ain't there yet. He talent wise, he is. You know, he won a gold medal. I mean, goddamn, he got to be, you know, considered for the Super Six. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, in my opinion, he too light in the ass. You know what I mean? But he's growing into it. But once he grow into it like Floyd did, he gonna be a bad motherfucker anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we got Keys. He said he agreed with me 100%. Yeah, well, thank you, man. I love y'all too, man. I love all of y'all coming on my channel and supporting us. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do. And also, you know what I'm saying? If you have a favorite fighter that's out there, believe me when I tell you this. I know boxing. You know what I'm saying? Real boxing facts. You know what I'm saying? On IG. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube. I'm telling you, boxing is not like what y'all think it is. You know what I mean? So y'all have, if y'all have a fighter or a trainer, either one, donate some money, man. Donate. I don't care. Like I always say, if you see him in a drop Lamborghini sitting on 22s, you know what I'm saying? Donate some money. You know what I mean? Because boxing really have a hard life. They spend their whole life training, you know, 2 to 3 hours a day. You know what I mean? And then when they get to the top, they end up with some old janky ass promoter, you know what I mean? They jank them out their money. You know what I'm saying? And put them in all these weird predicaments and shit where, you know what I'm saying? And then this was so cold about boxing. And I want y'all to, the reason why I want the Super Six so we can find out who the best in this era. But let me tell you this, what goes on in boxers, real boxers' lives. Not Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is he's all the way over here somewhere. You know what I mean? He's way over here. Okay? Let me tell you what happens with boxers. After you done made millions and the millions and ran out. I'm just telling y'all this. I know if y'all true boxing fans, y'all listening, and y'all gonna understand what I'm saying. What happens is that once they can't box anymore, which that means is that they're not gonna be considered number one or number two or on top. So then the boxing world says, well, you're not really no good to us, but you still have a name. You still have a name. So guess what? You was making $1.5 million a fight. Now they bring you in to fight for $200,000 a fight. The problem with that is that you built your whole lifestyle based on that $1.5–2 million lifestyle. So your lifestyle's been upgraded. So then you when you try to get paid less, it don't work. You see, the thing don't work, and you was never taught how to manage your money, really. And then everybody that used to be around you, they was always begging. So you had a good heart because you always thought that you could, another fight is right around the corner. Well, it might be another fight around the corner. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be the fight that you want. It's going to be the fight that you have to fight. So then you get in a situation where the promoters are using your name to build their own fighters. That's a fact. That's a fact. And then you go from all that money you was making, now you willing to take anything. And now you want to take any fights. So then you go from fighting 1 or 2 times a year, now you fight 6 times a year, all over the world. Because they're using their name to build your fighters. You know what I mean? So then, once they do that to you for a few years and you got about 5 or 6 losses on your record, kind of like Roy Jones, right? Then after that, they either give you a broadcasting job, and if you're not good enough to do that because being hit in the head all these years, it fucked your speaking ability up, right? So then after that, then you become a fitness trainer. You either got to become a fitness trainer because you've never trained how to do anything else. That's why I tell all boxers, learn how to make at least 5, different ways on making money. You know what I'm saying? And learn how to position your money. Not just making money, but positioning your money to make money. You know what I mean? So you won't be in this predicament. So I'm saying also say this, just donate the money. Real talk. And if you want to donate to my channel, always, you know what I'm saying? It's money simple, real boxing facts. You know what I'm saying? But pay attention to what's going on. We have all these hot fighters. I mean, super hot. Each one of them can be champion. you know, we need a Super Six because we need to find out in this era who is the best at 135. We need to find that out because we have a lot of fighters that, like, I'll give you a good example. We got Lopez, right? He's the one that got majority of the belts. He don't have all of them because he don't have Devin's belt, and Devin defended his belt already, his WBC. So check this out. You know, Teofimo got the belts, but he don't have a star partner because nobody thought that he was gonna actually win that fight against Lomo because the way they got the shit set is that it's pretty much impossible for him to walk away with that victory. But being that he stunned Lomo when he had Lomo shook the 7 rounds and Lomo couldn't throw no punches because he was scared to get knocked the fuck out. That's reality. You know what I mean? Usually when you don't throw punches, that means you don't want to throw too many punches. That means you don't want to trade with nobody. If you don't want to trade with nobody, and the reason why you don't want to trade with nobody is because you're scared to get knocked the fuck out. That's just reality. You know what I mean? And then you see him pouring in on the end. But the problem is that, yeah, he won a lot of rounds towards the end of that fight. But what happened to Teofimo? In that 12th round, he beat the brakes off of Lomo. So there ain't no way he was going to win that fight. They had to give it to Lopez. They had to. There wasn't no choice. So hopefully we'll be able to get Lopez in that Super 6. Hopefully we'll be able to get Haney. Devin Haney always ready for the smoke. We go right into Devin. Talk about Devin. Devin got the pedigree to be the next Floyd Mayweather. Tank got the pedigree to be the next Floyd. But the problem with Tank is that he has real bad influences that's around him. He can go to the top. We seen him fight. We seen him just knock out Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? Which is not an easy thing to do. Did y'all know Leo Santa Cruz is 5'9"? He's 5'9". You know that, right? Tank only 5'6". So when Leo Santa Cruz balloons back up because Leo Santa Cruz been playing the weight game because that's what boxers do. They play that weight game to take advantage of smaller fighters. Y'all know that, right? So Leo been playing that weight game this whole time, but when he fought Tank, he didn't have to play the weight game because he was fighting at a higher weight class. So he basically, when he ballooned back up the next day, he probably was about 150 pounds. You feel me? So, and he can Tank all that he can give him. You know, he was touching him with them long arms. He was doing the whole 9 yards. And honestly, to be honest with you, as far as this tournament, we need to put Leo back in it too. Fuck it. I know he just got knocked the fuck out. But Leo's a 4-time world champion. I guarantee you he could beat some of them guys. I guarantee that. You know what I mean? At 135, we need to bring Leo. Bring Leo in the motherfucker too. Okay? We got Leo in it too. Leo, we got Tank, we got Lopez, we got Garcia, we got Devin. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring Lomo back. Fuck it. Lomo get another fight too. Bring Lomo back. He's a good fighter. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And we get all these guys and we'll find out who the true champion is at 135. Let me know if y'all agree. And on the chat line on IG, let me know what y'all think, man, about that so I can answer some of these questions. You know what I'm saying? I normally only be on here for 35 minutes. Y'all know that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's been 18, so I got a few more minutes to chop it up with y'all. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all coming on here. I love all opinions. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I'm not like other YouTubers where you have to agree or you have to do this or that. I want y'all to tell me what y'all can see. Believe it or not, I learn something new every time I get on this live. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? I got what it's called, I'm saying, an evolving personality and an evolving reality. You know what I mean? I try to evolve for the better, not the worse. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. You know, is that my boy Hector? Is that my boy Hector? Man, that's my boy Hector on there, man. Hey, honestly, Hector. Y'all don't even know Hector, man. If that's the same Hector the boxer, you know what I'm saying, that be out there in Fresno, I think. Fresno. That little boy, I think his record like 4-0 or 5-0, 6-0. He a bad motherfucker. He got that. You think Lomo got some footwork at a young age. I seen him years ago. He already had the footwork and the knockout power. You know what I mean? He had got hurt. You know what I'm saying? But he a bad motherfucker. I'm telling you. I mean, look, I literally talked to hella head motherfucking trainers about Hector. And you know what they told me? Oh, he was already in our camp. You know why? Because he a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Hector? What's up? You and your brother, man. You know what I mean? Man, they out there doing it out there in Fresno, man. These are gems. He just happened to pop on. And you know what? To be honest with you, I know he don't have the record. But guess what, y'all? Lomo didn't have the record either. All he had was 300 Emmys. And y'all let him fight for a world champion and all that shit with 1 or 2 fights. You know what I mean? Hector, he just telling me now he's 7-0. He's 7-0. Man, I've been promoting this for this guy for a long time. I'm just telling y'all, man. I've been behind talking to all kinds of trainers and all kinds because I see it. I see the pedigree. When you can see it in a fighter, you know what I mean? And with a little work, with you give them, you know, some trainers and some top motherfucking fitness guys, man, these motherfuckers, Hector would be #1. Put Hector in that motherfucker. Fuck. 135, add him. He'd be the 7th motherfucker. I know it's a Super 6, but goddamn it, Hector need to be in there some kind of way. You know what I mean? He needs to be in there. You know why? Because, hey, guess what? Right now, he's 7-0. Right now, I guarantee you, he'll sleep some of them motherfuckers. He'll get some of them. I don't know. Lomo might not make it. You know, Lomo gonna do his footwork and all that shit, but the thing about it is that when you fighting heavy-handed people, I don't give a damn what kind of records you got. You fuck around and get clipped, it happens in boxing. It happens. I'm just telling y'all the facts. You know what I mean? It happens. And you got somebody that's got a similar style than you got and can move and use angles on you and got power. That's disaster. That is a disaster. You know what I mean? So some of them fighters at that 135, if we was to add Hector in there, he would get clipped. He'd clip some of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them would get clipped. That's real talk. You know what I mean? I know he ain't got the right records. You know what I mean? I know he ain't got the record, but I guarantee you he got the motherfucking style and the power. You feel me? And the pedigree, because he been in there with the best. You know what I mean? That's real motherfucking talk. And all I'm saying is that we have all these records. We talking about Ryan Garcia. I love Ryan Garcia. Full disclosure. I don't want y'all saying I'm hating on Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia don't even have a belt. He got the little silver belt from WBC, but he ain't got no belt. But y'all already got him ready to go be put in there with Tank. You know what I mean? So that's why we need this Super 6. That's why we need it. We need the Super 6 so that we could put all these guys together and see who the best is. And I know most of those promoters don't want to do it because that fucks with their bottom line directly. You know what I mean? And when you get into prize fighting, it's a difference once you get on this level because it's levels in boxing. And I know y'all may thought I was wrong for putting Hector in there with 7-0, but I guarantee you it wasn't wrong when y'all put Lomachenko in there just because he had 300 Emmys. He didn't have, it ain't like he had 300 pro fights. He had 300 amateur fights. And anybody can have 300 amateur. I'm not hating on Lomo. No, I like Lomo style. But I'm just telling y'all the truth. You know, this is facts. I got to keep it real. You know what I mean? Anybody can have 300 Emmys if I'm 21 and I'm fighting 17-year-olds. Come on, man. I'm fighting 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and I'm 21 years old, and I'm beating up everybody. Of course, you're going to have hella amateur wins. You're going to be the best. You feel me? But then that don't mean you got pro records. You still got amateur styles. Throwing all them punches and shit, pity pack and all that. You know what I mean? That's amateurs. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not hating on them. I'm just trying to keep it real, man, because I see all these announcers on here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's, you know, it's most of them, Max Kellerman, that motherfucker, he used to be a rapper. Y'all know that, right? Y'all don't believe me? Go on YouTube right now, type his name up. He used to be a rapper. He was called like the White Lightning or some shit. I'm telling y'all, he wasn't even a boxer. He don't even come from boxing. I don't even think he ain't never even been in the ring. You feel me? And he's making all these judgments and saying who should be who and he's the best and that's the best. At least I've been in the motherfucking ring. God damn. You feel me? It would be sick. And guess what, Hector? Super 6 will be the biggest money maker in boxing. We can get all the networks, PBC, you know what I'm saying? Showtime, you know what I mean? We get Top Rank. We get all of them together. You feel me? And they can all get together and make money with the networks. And to be playing on all the networks. Pay-per-view, if you want to add some networks, some countries can have pay-per-view, whatever. It could be the biggest money maker ever. You know what I mean? And guess what? We could bring our American heavyweight, Wilder, since I know y'all been dissing him because y'all saying that, you know what I'm saying, he had, you know, brain damage or whatever, and he been saying all this weird shit lately, you know. And I will tell you this, Wilder's my guy, but you know, he has been saying a lot of stuff. He should just, you know, be quiet on some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He got a good point on the rematch. I don't know. And my other, I just be honest with you, full disclosure. Last video I said about Wilder, I said I don't want him fighting Tyson again because Tyson, rather, even if you take away all the cheating, you know, the glove, the egg weights, and you know what I mean, him pulling the glove down, hitting you barefisted and all that shit. Okay, him getting caught in the ring cheating with the glove shit. Okay, if you take all that away, the motherfucker still can box like Ali. That's a fact. The motherfucker still, yeah, he got exposed. But we already knew. I don't even know why y'all acting like we didn't know Tyson cheat. He got busted doing steroids. We already knew he cheat, but that doesn't take away his boxing ability. Tell the truth. He's like a 7-foot Muhammad Ali. That motherfucking box. He can box. He don't even need to cheat. If he fought Wilder, because guess what the things he learned in the last fight? I know y'all didn't pick this up because y'all was just busy riding whatever fighters that you went for. He learned a lot of techniques from Sugar. See, y'all got to look at what Tyson Fury did. Very intelligent fighter, along with his cheating. But look what he did. He took 3 fights off on Wilder. Think about it. Wilder agreed to that. Wilder agreed that he would let Tyson Fury take 3 fights off. Why would you agree to that, Wilder? You should have took him when he didn't know shit, knocked his ass out again. You feel me? But while he took those fights, he fought 3 bombs. Remember what Tyson Fury did? He's a very intelligent fighter, which makes him even more dangerous. You know what I mean? He took those fights off, and he learned how to beat Wilder. Did y'all see the second fight? They fought 7 rounds. Wilder never even came close, but maybe 1 or 2 times knocked him out with that punch. That's because he learned the little tricks from Sugar. You know what I'm saying? Every time he threw that little punch, he dipped his shoulder a little bit. And Wilder was way over there. You know what I mean? All kinds of shit, parrying and shit. You know what I mean? He learned the art of parrying. He was doing all kinds of shit fucking Wilder up. You know? And third fight ain't gonna be no difference. And I'm a Wilder fan, okay? It ain't gonna be no difference. Not until Wilder get rid of all these yes people around him. He needs to fire everybody in his camp. And I like some of the guys in his camp, you know what I mean? But I'm just telling the truth. When you're a boxer, you don't need yes people around you. That could be the worst thing ever. You know what I mean? You see the decline of Mike Tyson, right? After he made that $100 million and he had all them yes people around him, nobody couldn't tell that motherfucker when to train and what to do. Teddy Atlas and all them ran from him. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't control, and it's like it's not about controlling, but it's all about putting your foot down and making them keep maintaining being the champion that they are. And when they lose that, and it's very easy to lose. If you look at the game, look at back in the day when Andy Ruiz. I remember when nobody knew who he was. I was out there filming in Fresno. You can ask Hector. I was out there watching them. That's how I learned about Hector and all them. I didn't even know who he was. I just know he had a big little entourage coming in. And I even asked my boy Lalo. I said, "Who is this? Who's this guy?" "Oh, you don't know who he is? That's Andy Ruiz. He's a bad motherfucker." I'm looking in my mind. He didn't even look like no boxer. You feel me? I didn't know the motherfucker could fight. Man, he went and beat the brakes off all the fighters that he fought when he was out there. That's a fact. So when he fought your boy Joshua, and Joshua didn't know anything about him, I was like, oh shit! I swear to God, I was rushing, trying to get a hold of my people in Vegas so they could put like at least $1,000 down on Andy, because I knew if Andy was gonna catch his ass, because Andy got them fast hands and he rolls quick. You know what I mean? Telling you, these are all facts. So when I'm telling you about Wilder, he needs to get all them yes people from around him. And I know we ain't talking about the Super 6 right now, but I'm just telling you, because I don't want Wilder to think I'm dissing him, because I'm not dissing. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, sometimes it's hard truths that you have to learn. You know what I mean? And he needs to start with the basics and learn how to box and learn defense. So if Floyd Mayweather would have asked him that he wanted to help out, he should have took that advice. If Robert Garcia wanted to help him, he need people like that. Our Floyd Senior, there's people that's gonna be like, hey man, get your ass over here and do these push-ups, man, and let's come over here and let's learn some defense. We ain't got time for you to be taking photo shoots and all that shit. Feeding more into your ego, nigga. You need to learn how to box. You need to learn how to box. If you don't know how to fight, you're gonna get embarrassed. You are fighting somebody like an Ali, and you want pushing yourself to get in the rematch because of your ego and pride. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And if you lose this fight, you might as well go ahead and retire, bro. Straight up. Because it will never be the same. It will never be the same. You know what I mean? And I don't want to see you go out like that. I'd rather if you take a few fights off like Tyson did on you, take 2 or 3 fights off and fight him in 2023. What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? And I was pushing for Ryan Garcia to do the same thing. Not because I don't think Ryan Garcia can beat all them guys. He probably can. He got them quick hands. You know, that shit he be doing on Instagram and shit. All that shit, you know what I mean? He got them quick hands. He proved like and it wasn't just speed. That motherfucker got power and speed. He put Luke down with a body shot, motherfucker. A body shot. Last person I seen do that was Roy motherfucking Jones. You feel me? And he got hands like that. He got hands like that. So it's not that I don't think that. It's very simple. I either want Ryan to make a few dollars and ride this Luke wave for a year and a half, 2 years, make some money. Go get that Lambo, Ryan. Go get that Lambo truck. Go get that big ass house. You know, that 15,000 square foot house. You know what I mean? Go get your kids' future secure off these bums. Fight you 3 bums. And then start calling people out. Fuck all that losing. Because once you lose, it's not that you ain't going to be able to make money because you got 5, 8 million people on Instagram. You always going to be able to make money. But the money different on that level. When you start talking about that tank level, you know, that's real money. It's real money tank be getting made. You know what I mean? Money tank be making, real money. That's life-changing money. You feel me? But see, you could do the same thing. You're not going to be making that kind of money, but you're going to, now that you done beat Luke, you in that $1 million category now. You're not in the 200,000 and the 20,000 a fight category. You in the million. So now every time you fight, you're going to get $1 million and up. That's the starting point. You feel me? So get this money for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and then start calling all them fools out. You feel me? That's all I'm saying with Ryan. Devin, I'm not worried about Devin. You know what I mean? Devin, if you ever look, pay attention. Devin grew up in the Mayweather gym. So that means he grew up in the dog pound with the 6-minute rounds. So you got to understand what Devin's pedigree is. He been getting beaten and hitting hard and getting beat and all that shit with real fighters up in there. You feel me? So I'm not worried about Devin, you know, getting hurt. Devin can outbox you. He's smart. He can do all that shit. You know, even though y'all say Ryan and Devin grew up in the same thing, they both got good skills. They both fought each other three apiece. They got 6 fights amongst each other, so they obviously are good fighters. You know what I mean? One got made. We don't even know, but we know his chin been tested early. Ryan been put down, so that's why I'd rather for him to go get the money first, and then because see, Devin already got the money. Devin got his own production company, so every time he fights, he get his purse. Then he gets 10%, 5%, whatever on the back end for promotions. He has his own promotion company. That's facts, y'all. And that's all I'm trying to get Ryan to do. I don't care about all of that stuff. Get your money. Because you can fuck your potential up just by doing, like I'll give y'all a good example. And I know y'all don't know this. Because some of y'all on here too young. Montel Griffin. Do you know who Montel Griffin is? Montel Griffin was a bad motherfucking fighter. He was like Ryan. He was fast. You know, when him and Roy Jones fought, we didn't know who the fuck was gonna win. That tell you Montel Griffin's pedigree back then. He was a bad motherfucker. You feel me? Guess what? Come on now, talk to me. He took that second fight that he ran back to for the money, and he took that second fight with Roy Jones. I ain't seen that nigga since. You know how long ago that was? That was 30 years ago, y'all. 30 years. Do you understand what that means? If I have not seen you in boxing, that means he wasn't making his money doing boxing. Whatever he doing, he ain't doing boxing. So as far as the $1 million paydays he was getting back then, gone. And I don't know if you know, but when you get that first $1 million paycheck, it's a whole different world, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different world when you make $1 million every year or every 2 years or twice a year or 3 times a year. You know what I mean? Versus you making 40,000. Come on now. You making 40,000 is totally different from making a couple million every year. I ain't seen him since. That's boxing. See, this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all back there pushing these guys to fight. Y'all pushing, this is what y'all doing right now. Y'all pushing Ryan, and Ryan is even pushing himself to come in there and get a fight with Tank, who we know is a motherfucking beast. He haven't been real sharp with his defense lately. He been getting touched last couple fights, let's be honest. Okay, but it don't matter. Tank is so goddamn rough and rugged. He'll take 2 or 3 punches just to knock you the fuck out. Now, do you know what he just did? He knocked out Leo Santa Cruz, 4-time world champion, who ain't never been knocked out. Knocked him the fuck out. Now, y'all pushing him to fight him. And y'all don't even know how bad it can go. Leo Santa Cruz was on the canvas for about 30 minutes. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember this, right? I'm just telling y'all. This is what y'all pushing for. I'm pushing for the Super 6, but that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. That's gonna happen from another year and a half. Ryan had 2 paychecks by then. You feel me? But I'm telling y'all, this is what y'all pushing for. You know what I mean? And sometimes in boxing, where boxing goes wrong, sometimes y'all push for these fights and y'all don't never see the guy again. Ever. Another guy, same era. Joppy. Y'all remember Joppy? I haven't seen Joppy since. Joppy he had a style like Zabzuda. You know, real fast, real, you know what I mean? Very, very highly skilled boxer. I ain't seen him since he got knocked the fuck out. So sometimes when you get knocked the fuck out bad in the wrong way, you could end your motherfucking career. That's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Can end your motherfucking career. So you have to really pay attention on this prize fighting. We're not talking about regular fighting. You know, it comes a time when you go from boxing and you just, you know, sometimes you even have to go get your own fans, basically. You know what I mean? To now you are the headliner, you know what I mean? And now you're making real money and you're on that level. When you get on that level, man, you got to milk that motherfucker with everything you can. T-shirts, you know what I'm saying? You got to sell the fuck out of T-shirts, hats, everything. You got to do everything you can to maximize your dollar. And when you're in that arena and when you're in the social media platform, you got to make money. It's all about making money because I'm going to tell you, later on in life, you know, if you don't handle your business now, it's going to be all bad. So give me a heads up, man. How many of y'all think, I want to see it in the chat, how many of y'all think that boxing needs a Super 6 at 135? Because we have so many champions and we got so many champions that's threatening to go up to 140 to try to get that money. You know what I mean? So we need to have one right now to find out who's the best in this era. And right now, it'll be a treat to boxers because we actually have 6 fighters that are the shit, are highly skilled. They all got their own platforms with millions of people on it. You feel me? And they're highly skilled boxers. What we need. None of that bullshit when we turn on the show on DAZN or something and we already know who's going to win just based on who fights. None of that bullshit. You know what I mean? None of that. You know, we want to know who the best is. So we put all these fighters against each other and they all do what they're going to do. And then, you know, we figure it out in about a year. who was the best in that era. Kind of like what y'all don't give enough credit to, but my guy from the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying, the one and only motherfucking goddamn, what Andre Ward. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't give him credit, but what he did was unbelievable. You know what I mean? This man hasn't lost since he was 14 years old. And y'all should have been praising him, showing up to his fights. You know what I mean? He got out of boxing. I interviewed him in Reno. You know what I'm saying? He just kept it real. He just said, you know, I've been fighting for so long, all these years. You know, I'm undefeated, but my body won't hold up to it. You know what I'm saying? My body won't hold up to it. And he just kept it real. And it's kind of crazy when you're dealing with somebody that keeps it real like that, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And when your body in boxing, because if y'all know about boxing, most boxers, 85% of them, they always fight hurt anyway. So when you heard Pacquiao talking about, oh, his shoulder, he had a torn rotator cuff. Come on. That's some bullshit. You ever got your motherfucking torn if you got a torn rotator cuff, you wouldn't even be able to do this. You know what I mean? Much less fucking go box. You feel me? So that's one thing I don't like about boxing is excuses. So if I hear a lot of these fighters that won't do this Super 6, and they come up with all kind of excuses, to me, that means you ain't shit. Because we talking about your era. This is your era. Ain't nobody else's era. This is your era. You know what I mean? And you say you're the best, you all on the internet talking about, hey, I'm the best. I'm this, I'm that. I'll knock you out. I'll do this. I've never in my life heard all these fighters talk about, I'm going to knock you out. Okay, quit talking. Let's get in the ring. Let's see. Let's go do it. If you're going to knock me out, let's go do it. Let's fight. Why are we going to sit here and talk about this shit for a whole year? Hey, I'm going to knock you out. I'll knock you the fuck out. I'll do this. I'll do that. Okay. I don't even like boxers that talk. Just don't even talk. Just sign the contract, get in the ring, and if you're going to knock them out like you say, knock that motherfucker out. If you can't knock them out, quit saying it. Because you looking stupid, in my opinion. In my book, you looking stupid. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you straight up. You know what I mean? And I keep it real on here. Like I said, Real Boxing Facts on YouTube, NIG _ facts on IG. And the Cash App, always, $, Real Boxing Facts. It's simple. I'm normally on here for about 35 minutes to 40 minutes every day. I haven't got up to an hour yet, but, you know, I'm on here doing my thing, y'all. Y'all support the cause. Any more questions before I get off of here? Because go ahead, hurry up. Hit the ones, buttons, or whatever. Say something quick, because I'm getting ready to end this motherfucking video. And y'all share it. Share this video on y'all pages. And check my other videos I got on there. I got some on for investments and helping boxers on how to stop from going broke and all that kind of stuff. So y'all can always go in there and get some game. I'm giving up game on here every time I come on here. You know what I mean? Today was more of opinions, but normally I'll be giving up game. You know what I mean? Because I've been there and done that. And I'm trying to give everybody, I want everybody to win. And that's real talk. I don't care how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? We got to start giving this game away and get rid of all these isms. You know what I mean? Racism, fascism, what we just got rid of with Donald Trump. Fascism. You know what I'm saying? All these sexism. We got to get rid of all that shit and come up with the real shit so we can all start winning. You know what I mean? And let me tell you this. If you got a favorite boxer, and if he ain't saying all this shit, he probably shouldn't be your favorite boxer. Because that means even in his heart, he don't believe what y'all is saying about it. You know what I mean? And that's real talk. You know, we got somebody on here. Let me see. I can barely see what that say. I got all these lights, y'all. It's, you know, when we do these shows, they be having all these lights and shit. You know what I mean? And they kind of blind you when you try to read that. What does it say? Is that you say Andre Boo Boo? You talking about Boo Boo? Let's see. Keep in mind. Well, we know Boo Boo and all them Charlo and Canelo. We know that fight ain't gonna happen anytime soon. We already know that. You know what I mean? That's just, it is what it is, you know. at the end of the day. You know, I hope that would be one of my favorite fights this year if that fight ever happened. Because I'll pay. I don't care how much it is. I'll pay to go see that immediately. You know what I mean? I'll go check that one out. I don't care. Well, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Peace. Love y'all.